Hello, my name is Sandra and I will be walking you through the process of applying to a UC school. First, you begin by setting up an account online through the UC admission website. This will help you track your progress in each of your applications to the different universities you are applying to. Before you even begin the online application, you will want to have a few things convenient. These include your transcripts, test scores, ACT or SAT or both, your social security number, citizenship status, and your parents' yearly income if you are filing as a dependent, or your own yearly income if you are filing as an independent. It would also be helpful to have your statewide student ID. This is only needed when filling out application fee waivers or for the EOP application. The EOP is a financial aid program for low-income families. However, it is only offered within the CSU system. There is also an application fee of $70 per application for a UC school and $80 if you are an out-of-the-country student. When applying to a UC, it is important to take into consideration that the preferred SAT and ACT scores for the university differ. To get an idea at an average, the mean scores of the 2013 SAT scores were 496 in critical reading, a 514 in math, and a 488 in writing. The national average for the ACT scores in 2013 was a 20.9. You should also be sure to check if the universities you are applying to accept only ACT or SAT scores or if they accept both. The SAT and ACT have also different formats that work better depending upon your learning style or how you take tests. The SAT is a slightly older test and measures verbal and math reasoning abilities without taking into regard the kind of schooling that you have received. Instead of being an aptitude test like the SAT, the ACT is an achievement test with questions more directly related to what you have been taught in high school. The main differences between the two tests are that the SAT only has 3 components, where the ACT has 5 components. There is also no penalty given for a wrong answer, unlike the SAT. The writing test for the ACT is also optional and only required if the university you're applying to says so specifically. UC schools also require personal statements as well as a minimum amount of letters of recommendation. Your personal statement gives you an opportunity to tell the university more about yourself, life experiences, and your ambitions. This is sometimes overlooked by many applicants, but it is important to devote a decent amount of time to writing it. You must respond to 2 different prompts. The first is for all applicants and has you write about a personal talent, experience, or accomplishment that is important to you and how it relates to how you are as a person. There's 2 other prompts, one for freshman applicants and another for transfer students. For freshman applicants, you describe the world you come from and how it has shaped your future aspirations. As a transfer student, you must state your intended major, any involvement you have had in the field, what you've gained from your involvement, and how your interests and skills have developed. It is extremely important to not procrastinate when it comes to your personal statement. It is also good to write persuasively and honestly. It is important to proofread and receive feedback on your essays to ensure a solid personal statement. Letters of recommendation must be written by a teacher, counselor, or someone else in your community who is not related to you. This helps the university get an outside perspective on who you are and what kind of student you may be. The last step before you fill out your online application is to make sure that your browser is compatible with all of the UC application functions. It is also important that you have JavaScript downloaded on your computer. If you don't have either of these, you can run into some technical issues and put your security and information at risk. Also, if at any time you need assistance when completing your application, you can contact the UC Application Center by phone or email. They are available for normal business hours by phone, and the US facility number is 800-201-1710. Their email is ucinfo@ucsupport.net, which you can contact them at any time. The UC application website also provides a list of frequently asked questions for each section that you are working on in the application process. And each of these questions are specific to the section that you are working on in your application. The first part of the online application has you fill in basic information like your name, email, phone number, address, level of education, determine what you're applying for, your citizenship status, and your social security number. The second step is choosing which university that you want to apply to. Remember that there's an application fee of $70 for US students and $80 for international students per each application to the university. The next step is more information about yourself and family, such as the language you speak, if you've served in the military, parent education level, their job information, your family size, and income. The application will also give you a list of scholarship opportunities and resources to help in paying for your education. Then they will ask you about your academic history in all courses from 7th and 8th grade throughout high school and any other courses you have taken in college. Next, they give you an opportunity to talk about any awards you've received other than the A through G requirements: community service, extracurriculars, educational prep involvement, and work experience. Lastly, they ask for all test scores and your 2 personal statement prompts, as well as any additional comments you might have. Once you have completed the online application, it is very important that you print out a summary of your application as well as your application ID. You should also order test score reports for the universities you've applied to, or have them reported to the university by the testing agency. It is important to keep your application updated, especially as a transfer student, since about 5 weeks after the filing period has ended for applications, it is required of a transfer student to update their grades and course records. As a freshman, if you move schools, drop a course, or fail to earn a C or better, sometimes even a D for mathematics courses, you must notify the UC Application Center, and in some cases, the university you've decided upon directly. The notification must include your name, application ID, and signature if mailed. Then you await the university's decision. Admission decisions are generally sent out by March 31st or in April as a transfer student. Once you've been admitted and made your decision on which university you will be attending, you must submit final official transcripts to the university's admission office no later than July 1st. As a transfer applicant, you must not only include transcripts from all colleges you have attended, regardless the length of attendance or credit transfer. You also need to include all high school transcripts, and some campuses even request transcripts before you are admitted to the university. Now it's time to relax, because you know you took all the necessary steps to ensure success and admittance with your education.